Oh, Deathmark, quanto mi manchi. So sing so angel de so produzione Universum Entertainment Movie. Metto il like da solo. Mhm. La 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 li la li la la. Li la li li la li la li. Mm. Ah, piano man di Billy Joel, salvami tu. Di che anno è effettivamente? Co- del 73, potevano metterle in mixtape quelle. No, evidentemente era troppo per Stacy Rockford. Sing us a song. Dai, scoccate 35 che ora si continua con il capitolo 3 di Deathmark. Il capitolo 3 tanto è molto corto. Dovrebbe durare questo episodio e basta, si spera. It's nearly done. I better get some rest. Oops, talk.
何かご用でしょうか。おやすみなさいませ。
Grazie, May. Dai che nelle make sarai full doppiata. Sì, era era molto breve, ma kinda fucked up il terzo capitolo. It's been 3 days since Shimmy was defeat. Ma Shita and Show have left, leaving only Christian die at the mansion. Fammi controllare se mi sta pigliando l'audio. Sì, mi sta pigliando l'audio, perfetto. Non benissimo, però. Mm, aspetta. Ok, ora dovrebbe pigliarmelo meglio. Ok, proviamo ora. Dovrebbe pigliarlo meglio. Mashita and Show have left, leaving only Christian die at the mansion. We have not had any new Mark bearers arrive, nor any new info on any spirits. Death's footsteps keep drawing closer. Lady Christie and Lord Yashiki, did you obtain any clues? No, nothing really. I'd hoped, but... I see. Lady Saya's study seemed optimal to contain something of interest. Christie and I just finished investigating Saya Kujo's study. It had been full of mountains of specialized books and piles of reports. It was a daunting task, but we did our best to search through them regardless. Except it was all futile. Everything was about healing the spirit, nothing mentioned the mark at all. Hey, Mr. Yashiki, don't you think it's useless to keep searching the mansion? You have any other ideas then? Well... Remember what I said about H-Shine? Ho dimenticato! What, you lost that memory? It's in the forest by H Castle. I was thinking, maybe the shine is connected to all this spirit stuff. That's what Shimio's note said, right? Everything happening in the forest is the divine wrath of H-Shine. Then you think the mark and the spirit activity are because of this divine wrath? It's definitely a possibility. Disasters happen in many ghost stories and myths because of the wrath of gods. Isn't there value looking into it? Minchia, who knows? Maybe. Exactly what I'd expect from you. Always so quick on the uptake. Christie's beaming with confidence. Non sembra. She seems in a much better mood than she was 3 days ago. She's a famous reporter after all, so maybe this is what she's really like. So, May, I'd like to go see H-Shine. You don't mind, do you? It is still many unpleasant rumors around that forest. If the cause is H-Shine, there may be some clues there. But even if there are... If it's spiritual, then no one normal humans like... Aspetta, questo è Yashi che sta dicendo. But even if there are... If it's spiritual, then no one normal humans like us supposed to find it. Christy and I don't have spiritual power. In realtà lei c'era... In realtà lei c'era bello alto lo spiritual power. In that case, could you bring me along with you to H-Shine? I should be able to sense the presence of anything spiritual. I can act as a guide as well. You know that shine? Yes, in truth, it enshines. The guardian deity of the Kujo family. Over the generations, the heads have taken care of the shine. However, that came to an end after the recent war resolved. As one who serves the Kujos, I am concerned about its present state. Then bringing you along would mean I have to carry you, don't I? As it is impossible for me to walk, I would agree with that assessment. I am sorry to inconvenience you. An overgrown forest in the dead of night. I'm not looking forward to having to carry Mary all the way to the shrine. You look worn out and we haven't left. It's a small price to pay if we can get any hints about the spirits. That's true. I think Mary's eager about this too, so I'll just have to deal with it, I suppose. Okay, let's go back to the forest. Anzi, aspetta. Ah, Luke. Eccoti, l'unica cosa che ti sei perso è che semplicemente non hanno trovato un cazzo di più in Maison Cujo e quindi Mary ha detto nell'altare di andare ad investigare all'altare nella foresta perché lì è dove risiedeva la divinità guardiana dei Kujo e che fosse l'ira divina di cui parlava Shimio si riferiva a quello, dato che che i Kujo non si tenevano più cura dell'altare nella foresta da quando era finita la seconda guerra mondiale. Before we leave, we put Mary in the basket, in the back seat. Thank God she's not as heavy as she looks. I should be able to carry her just fine. By the way, Mr. Yashiki, have you read the files over there? She points to the right side of the room and shelves packed with files. Not yet, I've searched most of the mansion, but I haven't checked the garage. Oh, really? Christy grabs a file and flips through the pages. Looks like articles on various crimes. The clippings cover every incident in each city and the surrounding area. Was Miss Cujo looking into criminal activity? Any of it look related to the mark? No, not as far as I can tell. These are all extremely old. The most recent is dated 5 years ago. She puts the file back. Alright, should we head out soon? I park outside the entrance of the forest and gather Mary into my arms. We make our way to the familiar arcs. There's still a long way to go. A middle-aged man carrying a doll. You're practically a ghost story yourself if someone sees you here. I am very sorry to cause you such trouble. Mary stares up at me as I hold her. Her skin and hair glint bewitchingly when the light from the flashlight catches them. I have not been outside in a long time, and to go hiking in the arms of such a fine gentleman. This is a very precious experience. She sounds as dispassionate as ever, but is she actually having fun? Still, it is just as the rumors say. This forest is filled with the curses and resentment of the dead. Simply, their presence is enough to drive the living mad. The land is tainted. I can see why it has given birth to monstrous spirits. I bet if you track down the cause of it, it will be the divine wrath. Let's hurry to the shrine. We reach the old torii gate with no trouble. We stand and watch for a while, but nothing comes out of the beehives. They seem to be sleeping. It is most likely because Shimio is now gone. Each shrine is up the stone steps. At Mary's direction, we walk toward the gate. A small black shadow flits across our feet. It's that rabbit again. So this is the rabbit you told me about, Lord Yashiki. You are correct. It is very cute. The rabbit stares up at the two of us, then disappears towards the shrine. What in the world was that about? What do you think, Mary? I felt a strange presence. It appears to be possessed by some kind of soul. So it's a spirit too. Indeed. Though it does not appear not appear strong enough to give marks to humans. We know nothing of its true nature, so please proceed with caution. You follow the rabbit under the torii gate and up the stone steps. At the top, we find wilderness creeping in. There doesn't seem to be anything here but an old altar. Is this its shrine? Sadly, it has fallen into disrepair. The war was over 50 years ago. I suppose this was to be expected. That black rabbit is gone. The Certed Shrine gives me the creeps. Sì, è qui. L'avevo dimenticato che il gioco era ambientato nel 95. The Certed Shrines give me the creeps. Let's hurry up and get searching so we don't have to stay here long. Eh, prima cosa che salta all'occhio, tutti i buddini decapitati. Headless Buddha statues are buried in the ground. Creepy. I wonder what happened here. There's a sacred Shimenawa rope on a rugged boulder. I wonder if that boulder is an Iwakura. What's that? According to ancient Shinto tradition, it's a sacred rock that a god descended on. It's not uncommon for the rock itself to become an object of devotion. It's a wooden shrine altar. A clouded old mirror serves as the Goshintai. Looks like it's true that no one has taken care of this place for a long time. I peek inside the altar, just in case, but all I find is a thick layer of dust. The Goshintai is outside and the altar is empty. That's concerning. I don't think there's any more we can search. The Buddha status concern me. Why are all the ones within the shrine missing their heads? Shinto and Buddhism were ordered to be separated during the Meiji period. Before then, many shrines were dedicated to both. Each shrine was much the same, but in the Meiji period, there was a push to make Shinto the main religion. The faiths were forced apart. Extremists stole the Buddhist statues from shrines and desecrated them. Oh, the famous anti-Buddhist movement. So this is where that happened. No, it was done in a public space as they wanted to make a show of it. The broken statues were carried here to serve as a memorial for worship. The Kujo family head was said to be aggrieved, so he moved them in secret. It seems that all the broken statues from around each city were buried here. Strange. He said they were worshipped, but this place is pretty much a ruin. You have a keen eye, Lord Yashiki. The shrine was subsequently dug up and the statues were stolen. So they came all the way into this huge forest just to carry off broken statues? Who would do something like that? That I do not know. I merely heard they were stolen 50 years ago, around the time of the war. So the statues were broken, thrown away and then dug up. They say the Buddha has a wealth of patience, but even he'd get angry. Could that anger have turned to divine wrath and given birth to the Mark and the spirits? May, have you been able to feel the presence of any spirits or whatever? About that. This land is much more foreboding than I had imagined. The enmity of the forest swallows all else. It is hard to sense beneath it. So, too much background noise, right? Yes, although I do sense the same presence as Lady Christie's mark, however faint. I am sure the spirit that gave her the mark is somewhere in the forest. So after all that, we were only able to reconfirm something we already knew. Forgive me, I was unable to... You don't have to apologize, Mary. We learned plenty of value here. What do you mean? I'll tell you on the way back. First, let's get the hell out of here. This place gives me the creeps. Maybe it's the ill will Mary sensed. We leave Shine, walking down the east trail toward the forest entrance. Maybe it's because of that strange trail, but for some reason I feel like someone is watching us from the darkness of the trees. We begin diving back to the mansion. As we break out of the dense forest, I can see building lights pop up here and there. Well, that was a complete waste of time. My anxiety lifted. I don't even bother to filter the words that slip out of my mouth. No, I don't think that's true. It's all coming together for me. Without further prodding, Casey starts in on her theory. Passion evident in her voice. No, ciao Ren. TLDR di quello che ti sei perso. Essendo che c'era tutta la roba dell'ira divina che aveva portato gli spiriti dello scorso capitolo, sono andati ad investigare l'altare di famiglia dei Cujo, che non veniva, che era stato scagato da 50 anni, ovvero dal 45, quando è finita la seconda guerra mondiale. TLDR è circondato da statue di Buddha decapitate, risalenti al periodo della separazione tra fede shintoista e buddista, e le statue erano state decapitate, seppellite lì per essere messe a riposo e poi fottute a fine guerra mondiale. E non si è capito un cazzo di chi ha maledetto Keiichi Oyashiki. I believe Shimio was right. H-Shine is definitely what's causing all the strange stuff in the forest. No, sì, I'm sure it's the stolen status. Don't you agree? I wonder. It feels like we just don't have enough info at this point to say one way or the other. But there's no denying that a lot of strange things are going on in the forest. Between all the suicides and Shimio wandering around. It couldn't just be coincidence, could it? Indiana Jones, no, sarebbe... Beh, kinda, qui siamo un po' più barboni. If we research the shrine, we might learn more about the mark. I feel that's a lot safer than risking our lives looking for the spirit. Don't you think? You might be right. My replies are half-hearted, which isn't what Christy was hoping for, so she falls silent. An awkward, uncomfortable silence settles. Lord Yashiki, please stop the car. Mary speaks for the first time since we entered the car. What is it? I sense a presence similar to Lady Christie's mark close by. Following Mary's request, I park in a vacant rest stop on the outskirts of H City. Christie and I step out of the car. Oh. My mark is suddenly scalding. Is something nearby? Look, someone's over there. A small girl steps out of the telephone box. Why is a kid outside at this time of night? Thank you for bringing me out here at this late at night, Tata. I got to talk with Anayome. Oh yeah, glad to hear it. Another round young man appears, stepping out of the shadows. Fun fact, nel design originale del gioco, Eita doveva essere un pedofilo che stava groomando e molestando sessualmente quella bambina. Hanno deciso, poi si sono detti gli sviluppatori, ok, forse un po' eccessivo e fucked up per il gioco, e così hanno deciso, è una persona normale, seppur inquietante. Sì, Ren, questa è una delle cose che forse hanno fatto. È uno delle plotline che hanno fatto bene. No, infatti hanno kinda fatto bene a scappare sta plotline. Tanto poi hanno recuperato tutto il fucked up residuo con NG. Sì. Che poi, oddio, già il primo DLC del gioco, che era, boh, visto che qui è integrato direttamente come sesto capitolo, è particolarmente più fucked up del resto del gioco. Il settimo, vabbè, non so cosa cazzo, non so praticamente zero, visto che l'hanno fatto letteralmente l'anno scorso per il port su Switch. You got your question answered, Suzu? Cazzo, a lui gli vorrei fare la... Sì, ok, ma l'espressione... sì, era... Sì, no, ve lo dico qua, già da qui non è un pedofilo. Sì, è una sincope perenne. E sembra un pedofilo, però non lo è più. Lo era nel design originale. Devo fargli la voce da sciarchelle, però cazzo non so farla. You got your question answered, Suzu. Yeah, it's okay now. And Naomi says amazing though. She knows where everything is. Ora, se non mi ricordo male, qua letteralmente qualunque partner, eccetto la bambina, ti faceva il game over. Cioè, dovevi proprio stare fisso con lei. Se non ricordo male. Si redeemed by production. You got that right. She had me find my limited edition Love and Dear phone stuff I dubbed. Ugh, what's Love and Dear? What? You don't know? They're a popular idol group here. They've been all over TV lately. I'm surprised you haven't heard. Fai la voce di Rico, Luke non la so fare. TV's restricted at home. Mom says it hurts your brain. Ha ragione. Sì, Deathmark aveva previsto il brain rot. Oh, Eita, is the boss coming soon? Cazzo, proviamo a fare la voce di Rico. Oh, the last bus is on its way. No, non la so fare. We better go. We'll be in big trouble if your mom finds out we went out. Yeah. We watched from a distance for a while, but it's hard to determine their relationship. The pain for my scar is suddenly gone. Hey, Christy, what do you think? I turned, but Christy isn't there. Hey, you're there! Just how do you know that girl? Depending on your answer, I'll report you for child abduction. Well, there goes Christy, hounding the poor guy. Luke, purtroppo la voce di Sharkella è un qualcosa che in pochi possono fare. Just calm down. I try to placate her, but she won't budge. Uh, um, I, 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 I'm not a pedophile. The man stumbles over his words. He looked flustered and overwhelmed. Please, I swear, the pedophilia storyline was dropped in production. Hey, lady. Don't be mean to Eita. The girl rushes to stand defensively in front of him and glance at us. She seems a lot more level-headed than the flustered guy behind her. I asked him to help me, okay? He wanted to talk to Anayome, so I had him come with me. Who's this Anayome you keep mentioning? A ghost who helps find things. People say that you can talk to her from this telephone box. A ghost, huh? Sì, Luke. Lo so che Sakurina ti ha connesso spiritualmente a Sharkelle e puoi fare la performance. A ghost? Huh? She looks at me. We're both thinking the same thing. Earlier the Mark was sorting, so maybe. You guys look serious. Huh, what's going on? Oh, cazzo, ho detto male. Oh, you guys look serious. What's going on? He nervously glances between us. Does this car look familiar at all? I show them the mark on my right arm. Hey, hold on, what is this? That looks exactly like mine. He pulls off one of his gloves and reveals the mark on his hand. It's the curse car, yeah? I saw an article on it in OPR's monthly. They say it causes amnesia, even kills you. But that's nonsense. It's not at all true, right? Right? Sounds like you heard the rumors but chose not to do anything about it. That's no surprise, really. It's tough to believe it's real until your memory loss starts becoming noticeable. Così sembra che abbia 4 decenni di sigarette alle spalle, perché è vero. Lo dico io. I've got one of those too. It showed up on my left wrist when I made that phone call earlier. Pulling up her sleeve, she shows us her mark. They both have the mark, and after calling an Ayome, that's more than a coincidence. Well, we can't just leave them here. Let's bring them to the mansion. Sì, proprio rapiti instant, venite qui. We tell them what's going on and ask them to go to the Cujo mansion with us. It surprisingly doesn't take much to get them to come. I thought it will take more convincing. Could partially be because they missed the last bus while talking with us. Before they climb in, I warned Mary to stay quiet until we get back. Might be a bad idea to freak them out. First we introduce ourselves. The man's name is Eita Nakamatsu. The girl is Suzumo Imiya. They tell us they met through the reader's column in OPR's monthly. Suzu mentioned she was interested in Anoyome and Eita told her what we knew. Then she pestered him into bringing her to the rumored telephone box. They were out this late because of her. Her parents sound pretty strict. Her mother keeps a close eye on her after school and she needs permission to go out. So she snuck out of the house after her mother went to bed. And Ayome is just as famous at my school as Anahiko is. Ehi Eita, please tell them about those rumors. Sì, Anahiko è già bello che è finito. Giulia Passione sequestratore. Sì, abbiamo raccattato gente maledetta per strada, tanto oramai. Do I have to? Ok, fine. Eita reluctantly tells us at Suzu's request. Dio, non sentivo delle OPRs da Mega Man Star Force. No, sono una roba effettivamente reale? Le OPRs. Cioè, oddio, immagino sarà il nome saranno ironicamente il nome di qualche rivista d'occultismo. They're just rumors, I read, but... Ecco, capito. Che fun fact, questo è il capitolo che hanno usato come materiale promozionale. Infatti, non so se l'abbiano mai confermato. In tutti i trailer promozionali del gioco avevano usato il capitolo della Nayoma. Infatti, non so se l'abbiano mai detto, confermato gli sviluppatori, ma io ho sempre avuto l'idea che doveva essere questo il primo capitolo. Perché è il capitolo più semplice di tutti. Ah, ecco un acronimo, piace. Comunque dicevo, cioè è il capitolo più semplice di tutti, infatti piccolo spoiler, non c'è neanche una boss fight contro la Nayome, è solo una serie di scelte. E poi appunto è quello più, tralasciando la piccola introduzione sull'altare, è quello più slegato dalla trama principale. Quindi è più un prologo che il primo capitolo. Hey, remember that one story? You know, one about the public phone box in each city. There's a ghost that looks like a bride, and she find what you're looking for. Ah, out of place artifact vuol dire. One of my friends actually tried it. Went to the specific phone box and lets you talk with ghosts. The phone suddenly started ringing. He slowly picked up the phone. But all he could hear was this weird smacking noise. He stayed on the line until... Sì, è napoletana, l'ho deciso ora. Ha un accento italiano fortissimo. Did you see it? He heard a woman whisper. So he did what the rumor said to do and said, no, I haven't seen it. Then she said, What do you want to see? His cat had gone missing, so he asked where it was. When he looked where the woman said it really was there. So the rumors are totally true. Went to ask where my future bride is now. Ah, wanna come with me? Wow, io. Andiamo a vedere Naomi. Purtroppo sono così le venzole napoletane. L'ho deciso ora. Uè, ho detto Mark! Esatto. There. I carry Mary for the car and gently place her back on the sofa. Being in your arms is not bad, but I am most calm when I'm here. They don't really talk. I can say I expected that. Then does that mean that all the stuff about the mark is true too? On the way over, we updated Suzu and Data with just about all that they needed to know. They may not completely believe us, but they're not rejecting it outright either. It seems like Keita in particular has already experienced some memory loss. Something about forgetting the names of anime characters or voice actors. Amio sa di andare su via. Sì. Christy looked at him strange, but he appears to be taking it quite seriously. And Suzu snuck out of her house because she believed the rumors about Anayome. They both believed in the occult already. I'm pretty sure they'll help us find a way to escape the mark. Granted, they're also real curious about Anayome. Pardon me, but may I speak? The marks on Suzu and Data. They are likely from Anayome. And Lady Christie. The feeling I sense from your mark is the same as theirs. So you can assume Anayome also gave the mark to you. Do you recall encountering her? Something weird did happen. Right before I entered the forest. I stepped in the phone box on T Mountain. The phone rang out of nowhere. Oh, it might be because of that. The telephone box at the Asteria is also in the rumors of Anayome. But I didn't pick it up. It kicked me out, so I left. I was never able to give that person one final call because of that. What are you talking about? It is not for children to know. Fine. So there are other phone boxes like that. I think there are 3 that Anayome will call from. The one we went to in the AI Way parking lot is one. And one is at T Mountain and Asteria. That's the one where Miss Christie went to. And Eita, where's the last one? At the park by T apartment complex. It's the only one inside the city. But why just those 3 locations? Don't know, the BBS I read didn't say. Mister, do you really think Anayome is the one who gave us the marks? See. But the rumors about Anayome go back 5 years. And no one's ever mentioned that if you call her you'll get a mark. Suzu is right. Rumors about this mark thing only popped up super recently. So you're saying Anayome hasn't always been giving out the mark? If that's true, I wonder what triggered the change. Of course I can't really say seeing as I don't know anything about spirits. A ghost helping people find what they're looking for. That's pretty strange. Definitely the definition of ghost story. Hey, Mr. Yashiki. If those rumors are true, why don't we try asking where the stolen statues are? If we return them to their places, it might just save our lives. Search for the Buddha statues. If Christ is right, we might be able to escape the mark without fighting a spirit. May, what do you think? A good question. Objects with human forms are easily able to gain inexplicable powers. Bleeding stone statues, cursed dolls, there are many examples. Historical statues of gods and Buddhas will certainly be no exception. Asking Anayome about them would be a good idea. So says the doll before our eyes that has the inexplicable power to talk. Maybe it wouldn't be strange that Buddha statues could bring down divine wrath. Lord Yashiki, may I add? As I explained previously, your mark it is different from the others. Vanquishing spirits seems to weaken your mark's power. It's been several days since she told me that I was going to die. Taking care of the spirits we encountered is likely I'm still among the living. What are you trying to say? I cannot say what the relationship between your mark and Anayome is, but it is true it is in your best interest to track down spirits. I hope you will guide this mark prayers this evening as well. I can't really picture Christian data facing off against a spirit by themselves. If they failed, then a child will suffer the deadly consequences. That will weigh heavily on me. Not turning back, I figured something out. Thank you. Mary bows her head slightly. Now you should begin investigating Anayome. Why does she only call from 3 public phones within each city? A secret may lie in the answer. You visited the parking lot already. Investigate T-Mountain and the Park by T apartment complex. Ecco, with the end of the 90s, online infrastructure has advanced the popularity of certain widely used BBS, and Naomi is an urban legend that sprang up from that BBS. It goes as follows: certain telephone booths in each city will let you talk to ghosts. If you go inside one and wait, the phone will suddenly ring. Pick it up and you'll hear a strange lip-smacking noise. A woman will ask, "Have you seen it?" Rumors say you're supposed to reply with, "I haven't seen it." She'll respond with, "What do you want to see?" Someone actually followed the instruction and was able to find a missing pet. What a strange tale. A lot of people are interested in this ghost, wanting to find things or people who become lost. But not a single one has ever mentioned getting a mark from her. But the circumstances seem to imply the spirit gave the mark to Eita and Suzu. Plus, why is this spirit called a bride? If she appears as a bride, then someone must have seen her. 3 phone boxes in each city let you speak with a ghost. One seemed to be the one Eita and Suzu used. It shouldn't take long to reach the other 2 by car. I'm concerned about the status stolen from H-Shine too. If Anayome really can tell us where they are, that will save us a lot of time. There's only one way to find out. E vediamo i nostri 2 nuovi. Suzu Morimiya, elementary school student, a young girl who called Anayome to ask her something and received the mark. She was raised in a complicated household and is extremely mature. The only thing childish about her is her love of animals. Nzunka. Eita Nakamatsu, self-employed, or so he says. An occult maniac who is addicted to BBSs. He met Suzu through the Reader's column in OP Arts Monthly, and she idolizes him like a big brother for whatever reason. This is the beginning of the hottest summer in the life of Eita, age 33. Oddio, alla fine Suzu ci sei. Gutsy girl. Minchia, ecco, so. Timid nerd. Adesso vediamo le loro stat. Minchia, lei 15 spirit power. E tutto il resto dog shit. Sì, è molto peggio. Lui 6, 10, 6, 6. Minchia, dexterity 16. Molto bravo a... no, non posso dirlo. Andiamo qui. The phone booth stands solitary on the edge of the vacant rest area. An endless sea of trees stands behind it. Christy must have run into the forest after she heard the phone ring. I can hear a dog howl from nearby. It almost sounds sad, but I'm probably just imagining it. I feel like the dog's calling someone. I think it's looking for its master. You understand it? Kind of. Yeah, we have a dog at home too. And that one is not a regular dog. What do you mean? I'm pretty sure it's a spirit or ghost or something. Oh, oops. I'm only supposed to talk about that stuff with my mom's fans. People will think I'm weird if I do. But you understand, don't you? Yeah. Can she sense the supernatural? I'd always felt like something was different about her from the start. Anyway, mister, I think that's the telephone booth that's in the Anayome rumors. Rumors said the phone is supposed to ring if you wait for a while. I'm guessing waiting outside doesn't count. Yeah, I think you're right. When I called there, it didn't ring until I went inside. But the booth is too small for two people. Either I or Suzu will have to go in. Should I go in? No, I'll go in. I can't stand around and make a kid do this. It's camped inside and almost impossible to move around at all. I'd be a sitting duck if a spirit attacked me while I'm in here. That clouded glass makes it hard to see the outside. That just makes me more nervous. I wonder how long I have to wait until the phone rings. To pass the time, I glance around at the inside of the booth. There's a poster attached to the window. Help our investigation. On the night of 2/8/1990X, an assault took place in the forest nearby. If anyone has any info on this case, please notify each police department. This is dated 5 years ago. Looks like something terrible happened here. The phone begins to ring. I hesitantly reach out and pick it up. The only sound I hear is the dial tone. No one is speaking. What's going on? Suddenly, there's a strange noise. Crunching, smacking, like the sound of saliva someone chews. Did you see it? Tucked in the smacking is a woman's voice. The voice is creepy, cold, and chills me down to the bone. Is this an Ayome? Did you see it? She asks a second time. The woman mentioned that I should say none of this. Very seriously, I say, I haven't seen it. What do you want to see? It's going exactly as the rumor said. An Oyome is supposed to tell you the location of whatever you're looking for. Christy told me to ask about the Buddha statues that were stolen from H Shrine. I'll give it a try. Buddha status. Lord Buddha. Doesn't your arm already have the mark of the Buddha on it? Tell me, you want a new Buddha? Why are you doing that? Tell me. Well, tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me, tell me. Sì. The line goes dead. The woman's scream is still ringing in my ears. I feel sick. It must be because of my brush with that blood-curdling insanity. Why didn't she ask me my question? What was different from when the others asked? The mark on my arm burns dully, like it's reminding me to exist. Maybe this is why she was acting strangely. And she did say something to the effect that Buddha gave me this mark. Was she just too insane to differentiate between Buddha and the master spirit? Or is this mark really the work of divine wrath from the Buddha status? I wait a while longer, but the phone doesn't ring again. There's no point in staying in here. As soon as I leave the booth, Suzu comes up to me. You don't look good. Did something happen in there? I tell Suzu about my conversation with Anayome. I wonder what's going on. She answered my question okay. Suzu's brow furrows in confusion. Esatto, ha chiamato il marchio Buddha. Già. Lo vedrai, Buddha. Do you want to see about the other telephone box? Maybe some clues are there. Or you can try one more time here. There's no time to get lost in thought. The last phone booth is at the Park by T apartments, in the other direction. We'll head there after stopping at the mansion. It's probably wise to ask Mary what she knows since it's on the way. Ah, bello, però non posso neanche investigare. In the boat is a poster looking for info on a kind that happened nearby. The phone names while I'm distracted, just like the rumors may pick up a woman husband marking her lips by can get in from the start of her for reason. Sì. Bisogna parlare con Mary. I tell Mary what happened at the phone box. You say Anayome acted strangely. She called the spirit that cursed you with your mark Buddha. I cannot say I know what she saw, but from what you said, she will likely not respond to your question. That does not mean she does not understand you, however. Use any method available to obtain as much information as you can. I see a small park tucked between all of the looming apartment buildings. There's no one near. I guess everyone's already asleep. I'm sure that's the telephone booth from the rumors. Well, now that I'm here, I still have no idea why Anayome hung up on me. I followed the rumors exactly. Where did I go wrong? I scratched my head. Don't adhere to the gossip, defy it. Suddenly I heard that strange voice again. Gossip, in other words, the rumors. What will happen if I don't follow the rumors? Suzu, go back to the car. There's something I want to try. But it might end up backfiring on me. Oh, ok. Vedrai, Ren, con il Buddha. Please, be careful, mister. Oh, wait 1 second. I have a message from Eita. Oh? Yeah, it says there's new info on Anayome. Here it is. Suzu hands me a note written by Eita. Don't talk about eyes or things like it when you're on the phone with Anayome. If the call goes sideways somehow, don't say I, okay? P.S. Best to avoid anything that even sounds like I. Oh sì, mi ricordo che questa cosa. Ecco, sta parte è stata un po' sminchiata nella localizzazione perché tutte le robe a riguardo si basavano su. In giapponese si basavano su robe che avevano il kanji per occhio. Qui hanno dovuto usarla. Hanno dovuto riadattarla con parole che hanno. Che si pronunciano come ai. What? Don't say I. There's nothing else? No, that's all. But Eita said that he was sure it would help. I'll keep it in mind. Suzu returns to the car. I step inside and wait for the phone to ring. There's a poster in this booth, sir. Just like the one at the rest area. This looks like it's been here for a few years. Young woman kidnapped. A young local woman was kidnapped close to this location. If you were a witness to this crime, please notify the police. MPD. February 8th, 5 years ago. I think the poster saw the area that exact same date. I magici katakana e le traduzioni non sempre. Sì. Ma comunque questo adattamento tralasciando i typo è fatto anche bene, anzi, per quanto i giochi di questi dev siano estremamente di nicchia, è un miracolo che li abbiamo tradotti in Occidente. Deathmark 2 ci sono voluti 2 anni per tradurlo, ha seriamente rischiato di non venire mai localizzato. Stessa cosa il DLC, da quello che ho capito, il secondo DLC di Deathmark. I think the poster saw the stay at the exact same date. Coincidence? Io non credo. The phone rings. Grab the receiver and slowly pick it up. I hear a noise like someone chewing gum from the other end of the phone. A icy cold voice speaks. Did you see it? No, è un miracolo che hanno... Poi ci hanno sempre messo... Ci hanno messo tipo 1 anno per localizzare Deathmark ed NG. Per Deathmark 2 ci hanno messi 2 anni addirittura. Ha detto di The Fight, quindi I saw it. You saw, didn't you? You saw that thing of me? The voice cuts off. Something outside collides violently with the glass of the booth, but I can see it. Tell me, how did you see it? With your own eyes or eyeglasses? A telescope? It sounds like something is searching around outside the phone box. You saw it. You said you saw it. What color? A beautiful color. Red, pink, green. Ecco. Sì, tipo I think it was the most likely green. Sì, non so come erano state fatte queste cose nell'originale, però appunto... You saw it. What kind of person are you? What's important to you? Your dreams, romance, love. Which do you choose? Definitely my dreams. Romance is great. I believe in love. No. Sì, sì, qui è più... Sì, sì, poi sono più sneaky. The phone goes dead. The next I know, the bloody handprint is gone, and so is the ominous presence. The questions she asked me were strange. He was particularly anxious about what I had seen. I think I did a good job not mentioning anything like eyes in my answers. Overly conscious over being seen. Maybe that's where a secret lies. I exit the booth, and Suzu rushes after me. My Mark suddenly started hurting. Did something happen? I tell Suzu about what happened in the telephone booth. I wonder what was that about. Guess there's no way she'd know the answer. Huh? There's something on the ground. Sure enough, there's a folded up piece of paper lying near the booth. Looks like a piece of stationery. I don't think it was there before I went into the phone box. I pick up the paper and open it. To Seiko. I'll dispel all of your outrage. So forget the horrible incident and take your quiet rest up in heaven. An incident? The posters I saw in the telephone booths mentioned something like that too. Could they be connected? I asked Suzu what they think. Is it a coincidence or... Susu worries at her lip. We've gone to all the boxes now, so should we go back? I want to share all this with Ada and Miss Christie. Yeah, we should probably head back for now. Naomi is active more things than before. She seems anxious about missing. So I over the phone, plus the note we found outside the booth is disconcerting to cycle this spread. Oh, welcome back. Christie is there in the garage. She's going through the files full of articles on criminal cases. How did the investigation go? Suzu and I tell Christie what we discovered. I see. I can see Christie's mind working. Hey, Mr. Yashiki. You know those posters and that bit of stationery we found? Could they be linked to Anayome? She might have been someone who was caught up in the incident and killed. And if that's the case, then... She glances over at the files. The dates were 5 years ago, right? Then there might be an article on what happened during these files. Let's get Ada to help out too. Go get a move on. All four of us began wading into files. The clippings range from the smallest dispute to the most heinous crime in each city. But they're all dated 5 years ago or earlier. Did they get stored in the garage because they're so old? After a while. I think I found it. The date matches the posters and the victim's name is Seiko. Suzu lays the file out on the desk and we all peer at it. The file has articles about an incident that happened 5 years ago. The victim's name was Seiko Asagawa. Apparently she committed suicide in the forest by H Castle on the eve of her wedding. She was in her dress when she was found. Suzu, you probably shouldn't read anymore. It's pretty bad. Thanks, Eita. But I want to know more about Anayome. I feel like I need to do this. She's cringing, but she sounds determined. Between this and sneaking out at night, she's a surprisingly brave kid. It's rather odd for someone her age. I remember now. This happened back when I used to be a news anchor. Christie mutters just loud enough to hear. Then do you know the whole story? It was horrible. It's hard to recount. A woman was abducted by a gang while she was walking her dog. They brought her to the forest and assaulted her. People found her battered and staggering along the road the next day. The dog was run over and killed near the forest when it chased after them. That's horrifying. Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Seiko Asagawa's misfortune. Ah no, questa è Eita. Oops. Yeah, but that wasn't the end of Seiko Asagawa's misfortune. Eita somberly cuts in. His usual grin is nowhere to be found. It's well known in some circles, but her assault was photographed. The pictures were sent to her fiancé. They threatened to make them public if he didn't pay up. He heard he gave them a ton of money to get the photos and the negatives. Is that true, Christie? Yeah, I heard that as well. Because of all that, Miss Seiko had a mental breakdown. And in the end, she hung herself. She had been a serious, honest woman, so she just couldn't bear it. The cruel fate of a woman attacked before her wedding. We fall silent as that reality weighs on us. Suzu timidly speaks up, her face pale. Maybe there's a connection between what happened to Miss Asegawa and Anayome's phone boxes. According to the article, the incidents that wrecked her life took place near each phone box. She was abducted by the park and assaulted by the rest area. She was found wandering near the parking lot by A Highway. The phone booths connect to Anayome and Seiko Asegawa. The coincidence sends a shiver down my spine. So that note we found by the telephone booth, did Seiko's fiancé write it? Most likely. What's strange is it was there and not where she committed suicide. Did Anayome put it there? Maybe she was telling us something. I have no clue how spirits think, but if Suzu is right, then that note is an important clue for us. No, Ren, assalto misto mobbing è un modo carino per dire quello che hanno fatto. Forse mi pare che mi pare che non ricordo se in giapponese o anche addirittura nelle versioni non per Switch lo dicevano esplicitamente, ma si sta parlando proprio di stupro di gruppo, ecco. Cioè, è abbastanza quella, l'implicazione è abbastanza quella. E che le foto dell'atto fossero appunto foto dell'atto di gruppo. I seem to recall Miss Seiko's fiancé was a famous musician. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time. Sì, molto eufemistico di quello che è successo. Tanto poi... No, non dirò nulla, non spoilerò il gioco. As a result, the case was widely publicized at the time. It happened right after they returned from a romantic trip to Greece. Old ladies were sobbing about how it made it all the more tragic. And the poor dog they brought on the trip died heroically as well. Where's the fiancé now? Well, he began acting strange due to the shock and then went missing. Some say a suicide was to follow him. But he wasn't the only one who disappeared. It sounds like all of the culprits went missing too. You hear about that online too? Well, something like that. The internet wasn't the same back then. There were only hubs. Hubs? Like pre-internet chat rooms? Everyone was talking about it on the occult hubs back then. There was one person in the community who knew way too much. I think he was one of the culprits. He brought up a bunch of things, like taking pictures and all. And I bet those were the pictures of the assault. Yeah, that's right. After they were finished, the assassin got a camera out and took pictures of her face soaked with tears. The whole time she yelled, "Don't look, don't look." Don't look, huh? And Naomi has an extreme reaction to being seen by others. He kept going on about it night after night. Until he suddenly stopped posting. People who knew him said they couldn't contact him at all. Those guys deserve to die, but it's still really creepy, you know? Suddenly, a line from the note pops into my head. I'll dispel all of your heartaches. Hey, Christy. Do you happen to know exactly where in the forest Seiko killed herself? I was a reporter at the time, so I did go to the location. But that was 5 years ago, so I don't remember exactly. I feel like I went west from that big arc at the entrance. So you are really going to go? Yeah, we might be able to figure out something about Anayome. Okay, mister. I do my best. city when deck resolved just a few years ago. You're such a for attending. Ho seriamente bisogno di bere perché la mia gola sta crepando, implorando pietà. Ma la mia gola sta meglio. Hearing her speak, I had the impression that she had been raised well, but now that I'm out alone with her like this, it's not just that. She is, how do I put it? This is a little late, but I hope we get along. Should I call you Mr. Yashiki? No, just Mr. is fine. I mean, you call me by my first name is kinda... I'm sorry, that was rude of me. That's right, she's strangely mature. Suzu, is it alright if I call you that? Yes, just Suzu is fine. Oh, okay. So what do your parents do? Yeah, it's kind of out of the blue to us that, but we might be in some life and death situations. Even if she is just a kid, I'd like to know what kind of person she is. Right now I'm only living with my mom. She pushes herself every day. Pushes herself? Does that mean she's a career woman who works hard at a job? I see. Sorry for the random question. Not at all. She lives alone with her mother who works every day. Which means she's basically living alone. That must be why she's so mature. Just then the tires hit a bump in the road. I can see a square, grey object in the backseat through the rearview mirror. Is that thing back there yours? No, that's Seitas. He said it was a CD radio cassette player. A radio cassette player, why? He said we might need music while we drive. Want to listen to something? No, I'll pass. The conversation grinds to a halt after that. It's like there's an invisible person between us. After falling silent for a while, Suzu finally speaks up again. It only makes sense for the conversation to turn one direction. This Mark, did Anayome really do this? I don't know for sure, but I think that's a natural assumption. Oh, I guess so. Suddenly it dawns on me. Why does this kid not want to treat the spirit like it's evil? No, maybe it's just Anayome specifically. But that will be the best. What would? I mean, if Anayome were really a nice spirit. Yeah, you're right. I grin at me as relieved. I smile back at her stiffly, a weight in the pit of my stomach. If that's really true, then we can get through this without anyone dying. If maybe that's impossible. I lightly rub my wrist as I watch Suzu smile out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, I really hope so. Huh? We're gonna go in the forest? Suzu is understandably terrified. Anyone would be in her shoes. No one wants to go into a dark forest at night. Especially a famous suicide spot. We'll be okay so long as we're careful. I don't believe what I said for a minute. Just something you say at times like this. Yeah, sure. Okay. Supposed to be west of the gate. I look to the west of the gate again. But there is no sign of a trail. Suddenly, Suzu's face stiffens. What's wrong? It just got cold. I'll come. I follow their gaze and see a low shadow dashing out from the darkness. A dog? It certainly seems like one. It kicks up the dirt with 4 legs. But it looks off somehow. Its fur is long and disheveled, and from certain angles its face looks human. The dog stares at us, growling softly. What is it? Are you trying to tell us something? Mom says you're not supposed to talk nice to dogs like that. She says to be firm, like its master, that's how you train them. If you give it attention, the dog will think it has power over you. So ignore it and stay quiet, huh? Guess that's true for humans too. Powerful people tend to ignore others. Okay, I'll keep that in mind. The dog barks loudly, and then vanishes into the western underbrush. The moment it's gone, the chill in the air dissipates like it was never there. Was it trying to tell us that we should go that way? Maybe. I shine the flashlight on the spot where the dog disappeared. A now familiar pain shoots through my wrist. The mark's color grows more vivid. A few hours left until death closes in. There's probably not much time left, we better hurry. Let's check the bushes over there. Ticket case, this is the place. With the dog gone, I push my way into the underbrush. I spot traces of what used to be a path. You could barely call it one at this point. This must be the closed hiking trail. The path goes west from the gate. It's here. Is he trying to tell us about it? Who knows? Anyway, let's get going. No. Salvage, ecco. Talismani, talismani. I shine the light on the grove of trees in front of us and catch a glimpse of something odd. Mister, what's that? Something stuck to the tree over there. I can't make it out from here. Move forward for a closer look. What is this? All thought in my mind ceases. It's as if I'm unable to process what I'm seeing and my brain comes to an halt. Are these photos? There are a bunch of pictures of different people posted to the tree. But they're all... what is this? Why do all the eyes have nails? Just as Susu said. For some bizarre reason each photo has a person with nails driven to both eyes. Attached to the nails is some kind of tape. Cold sweat drips down my back. What kind of guts would cause someone to do something like this? All of the pictures, they're all men. Suzu's matters are just loud enough to hear. Huh? I look over the photos again. A good number of them are deteriorated, so they're hard to make out, but they may be right. Yeah, looks like it. All the subjects are men. That's clearly not a coincidence. I feel a little dizzy and step back. Through my blurry vision, something flashes in the light from the flashlight. Is something wrong? Nothing, it's just over there. Something sparkled up there. Something might be there. We should check it out. Something up in the branches of the tree is reflecting light. Something must be stuck in the branches. The only way we'll be able to check it out is to climb up the trunk. You're going to climb the tree? There aren't any cavities, knots or branches within reach. It'll be hard to climb up it, so... If that's all then, okay, I'll try. I squat at the base of the tree and let her climb up on me. Up you go! I stagger a bit but manage to stand. I feel like I'm one of the trees now. Can you reach? Just a little to the right. I'm almost there. Suzy reaches as far as she can with her hand and I lose my balance. Both crash to the ground. Are you okay? I'm fine. Yeah. Suzu shows me her hands. It's holding the object that was stuck in the branches. Goat dog collar. A collar? Makes me think of that dog we saw before coming here. Does this belong to that dog? I wonder we threw it away. Who knows? As I'm putting it away in my bag, I spot an inscription on the inside of the collar. See fentanyl. How are you supposed to pronounce that? Quella è è il lambda quello. Enta? Enta? Sì, è greco. Io non lo so il greco perché non... È vero che cazzo non lo so il greco. I hear a low growl from somewhere. Can't see what's making it, but it seems to be watching me. Oh, we did see that dog at the gate. Not sure why, but I feel an intense hostility directed towards me. What should we do? The instant Suzu speaks, the growling goes distinctly quiet. I remembered the photos. All of them were men with nails in their eyes. I don't know what has to do with the dog. And if those pictures demonstrate data that saturates this place. Fine with Suzu, it might react differently. I consider my options. I show the collar. I've got an idea. I take the collar out of my bag. Maybe. It's a safe bet that the spirits was born here, so the dog is likely tied to this collar. I face the general area the barking is coming from and show it the collar. The dog appears like a gust of wind. Whoa! Before I can blink, it steals the collar from me. Genta, yes, sir? When I try to quickly jump away, I hear Suzu call out to me. Mr. Yashiki, don't move! But I don't catch the rest of it. The dog rushes at me so fast it looks like it is gliding over the ground. Non devo muovermi. The dog stops in its tracks, seems confused that I'm not reacting and just standing still. Shuffles back on its guard, then prepares to attack again. It bares its teeth and growls. I break my gaze and turn my back to it. I pretend not to hear it threatening me. So it goes for a while until it abruptly stops. Perché bisognava dimostrarsi autoritario. The dog holds the collar in its mouth and stares at me. That collar has inscriptions on it, doesn't it? And so it said... Basta, alfabeto greco, vieni a me. Mi dispiace, ma qui non mi... Ah, ecco la L invertita del gamma, quindi sì, è genta. E quello è il candelabro là è lo psi. Ecco, ecco. Sì, sì, è la gamma in maiuscola, sì. Ho letteralmente controllato su Google l'alfabeto greco. Genta. He muttered the name. The dog perked its ears. I say it again, this time more clearly. Then... Phew. The dog turns around and quietly licks into the brush. It disappears from sight. Since I somehow managed to escape death. I pick up the collar that was left behind and sigh deeply. Are you okay? Yeah, that was... I can't even say it was no big deal. My words simply trail off. That's all I can answer with. Pat myself down with my hands, but I don't seem to be injured anywhere. I did feel teeth biting into my hand when the collar was snatched from me, though. That dog may be supernatural. No, cazzo, non me l'aspettavo. I hope it doesn't attack again. I think we'll be fine. It found what it was looking for. You're right. Un po' di speed, power. Dio, che dolore, madonna. La mia gola. A sound like a rope creeps above my head. Silhouettes swing in the shadow of the trees. My whole body shudders with dread. Are those people? Suzu gives a terrified yelp. Speechless, I shine my flashlight on them. They clearly aren't people. They're mannequins. The things hanging by their necks from the trees. Are display mannequins you can find in any department store. Obviously dolls can commit suicide. Is this someone's idea of a prank? Or maybe a warning to intruders? No, non è un chihuahua, era troppo grosso. The only one who knows the truth will be where I did this. Let's go, I don't think they're dangerous. They're only mannequins. Okay. Suzu replies uneasily. But before either of us take a step forward, I feel a shaky hand gripping onto me. La persona che ha fatto questo era molto tiltata sul League. Sì, è quella alla fine, la voglia di attaccare la gente di un chihuahua di merda. It's a dog. Suzu, be careful. No, it's okay now. Don't attack anymore. It's that dog from before. It starts digging in the dirt right in front of us. After a few moments, it disappears like mist. What was it doing? Is there something over there? Let's take a look. Però vediamo se ci sono un po' di... I reach out and touch the dirt, but the texture under my hand surprises me. The dirt around here is soft, almost as if something was buried. Give me a hand. You're going to dig here? I don't think we need any tools. Please. Okay. In silence, we kneel in this forest in the middle of the night and dig up the dirt with our hands. I feel like I'm robbing a grave. It could be that those words popped into my head because I somehow knew that what we'd find. Distracted. I look down on what we dug up. What we find is a corpse. It's just a skeleton now, but it doesn't look that old. Is that a corpse? Yeah. My reply sounds incredibly flat and uncaring, even to me. At some point, death has become familiar. That fact and not the corpse is what sends a shiver down my spine. I am too comfortable with the word of the dead. I know this, but I can't escape it. One part of me observes the remains before us and reacts calmly. Just then I notice something. What's that? There's something white in the skeleton's hand. I dig it out and discover it's a plastic bag. Inside are a number of cassette tapes and some kind of note. The note's deteriorated, but parts of it are legible. I killed them all. Once assault you. Now you rest in peace. What needed to be done, now I die here. This forest, you passed away. New song, want listen, heaven. The note ends there. Got 3 cassette tapes. That sounds like a suicide note, doesn't it? But these tapes... She looks at the cassette tapes. Why were they buried too? They look at the remains as if asking them the questions. Sì, ovvio che è lui. Of course it's not going to reply. I don't know. I trail off. A different voice is whispering in my mind. The last. The voice falls silent. Sì, dobbiamo darle l'ultima cassetta. The last? Wait a second, the last what? Huh? Is something the matter? I didn't say anything. It's nothing, sorry, just talking to myself. Anyway, let's take these tapes with us. Minchia se si è vendicato. Mm. The Last mi viene da supporre l'ultima cassetta menzionata. Spero. What a sad woman. A grudge against the world turned her into an Ayome. This is indeed the case. You may find a clue in the Ok, devo ancora... Cosa cazzo devo fare ancora nella foresta? Ok, non mi fa andare nella zona del capitolo 2. No, devo fare look. No. Ai ai ai. Quindi io buono la mia gola. I mean, l'unica cosa con cui posso interagire è sono questi qui. Oh, wait. Vaffanculo. Vai a fare in culo. Eri in un cespuglio a cazzo di cane. Però wait, sono sicuro di averci già passato oh, forse ci avevo passato prima, boh. Ah, yes, il sangue sulla telecamera. Agli la gola. To see is to perceive light. The distant voice echoes in my head. To seeing something means you're seeing the light is reflecting. But what does that have to do with Anayome? Ecco, ok, mancava solo quello da pigliare. Out of nowhere my mark flares up painfully. The intense pulsing setting my eyes on fire. Shit, are we out of time? I bite my lip and look at Suzu. Suzu! Suzu, hey, can you hear me? Yeah. It's finally here. It all starts now. Grab Suzu and run. The spirit is closing in on us. Did I get in the car to go somewhere? Regardless, I'm here inside it, gripping the wheel. Dimension. Need to go back there for now. I glanced through the rearview mirror at Suzu in the backseat. Suzu is staring vacantly out the window with a slightly tilted head. The only thing out there is darkness. There's nothing to look at. Rita's tape player is laying on its side in the passenger seat. I grabbed it from the back, meaning to play one of the tapes. We quickly arrived at Kujo Mansion. Even if I discuss it with Mary, it's probably best to listen to a tape first. I reach for one, but as I do, I notice something odd. Where are we? I'm on an unfamiliar road, like I took a wrong turn somewhere. No, it's not unfamiliar. I've clearly been down this road before. But the route I was taking should have had no way for me to come across this road. That's the only way I can describe it. It's impossible. Calm down. Must have made a mistake because I was messing around with the tape player. I won't get lost on the way to the mansion. I've been to it so many times now. I just missed the first intersection and ended up somewhere strange, that's all. That's what I tell myself as I make a U-turn. But no matter how many times I go back. Damn it, why am I here again? No matter how I turn, I end up on the same road. Right, left, or keep going straight. I still return to the exact same place. This is ridiculous. I hit the steering wheel. Maybe it was because of my outburst, but my mark starts burning with pain again. This is bad, really bad, at this rate. That will catch up to us while we're in the car. Having said that, we can't go back to the mansion. I don't think we'll be able to get out of this maze, no matter how many times I try. In that case, what should I do? Where should I drive? Beh, AI è l'ultima che abbiamo. I turned the steering wheel in the direction of the place that popped into my head. Hey highway, it's not that I have to go there. The destination isn't important so long as it gets me out of this situation. I hit the gas pedal and abruptly turned the wheel, trying to get out of this cursed trap. Finally. Familiar scenery returns as if it was laying in wait for me. Ecco, tra l'altro, a Naomi ora che ci penso, se non ricordo ma non mi ricordo se aveva un per il fatto che non ha una boss fight come gli altri spiriti, non me lo ricordo se ha un bad ending o se è un bad ending o meno. In the end we're back here. The phone is ringing. I know exactly who's calling. Sì, mancano pochi minuti fino alla morte. I head to the phone booth. I got Rita's radio cassette player in the bag holding Seiko's memories at the ready. I pick up the receiver, but the phone immediately goes dead. Ecco. Molto bello il design. You saw it, didn't you? I know you saw it. The spirit is out behind you. Perché lo diceva che odiava. Sì, è una gran puttanata. È veramente una gran puttanata. No, è molto bello. Però sì, è veramente il più easy a Naomi. E quickly grab the instant camera and use the flash. The spirit shakes and while it's distracted I tumble out of the booth. Once out, I spot out of the corner of my eye. The spirit standing there, looking down at me. The camera's battery is dead. What should I do next? There am I. Che è l'ultima, letteralmente. I stick mine to the tape player and press the play button. I don't know this one. The spirit responds to the song. The spirit quietly drifts closer. Ok, devo... ok. I stick charm song into the tape player and press the play button. Listened often. Yeah. The spirit responds to the song. The spirit quietly drifts closer. What should I do next? Devo tipo suonare... I stick a ball into the tape player and press the button. I love. The spirit responds to the song. Bellissima donna. Ecco, immagino devo fare l'ultima che mai. Ren, se stai vedendo ancora dimmi, è adorabile ancora? Sì. Oddio, che oddio, l'ho notato mo che ha letteralmente i segni del cap. Che tiene letteralmente i segni del cappio sul collo. Oh, quando ho giocato la prima volta non ci avevo fatto caso. Poi sì, gli occhi principali sono un po' goofy. Hey, let me listen to the newest. Sì che mai. I stick mine to the tape player and press the play. No, ok, però... No, ok, mi sa che non c'era... Mi sa che il suo capitolo non aveva un bad ending. Yes. That song was finished. Ok, è fatta rossa. Wait, aspetta. Ha fatto il rumore di quando li... Ha fatto l'effetto di quando li distruggi gli spiriti. Wait. Aspetta, controllo un attimo. No, aspetta. Controllo un attimo su una guida per vedere se non sia mai mi sono dimenticato. Controllo. Mhm. Oh, ok, ho controllato sulla guida, era dove... Oh, fuck, bad ending. Ok, era dove vai, e dove vai, e dove fai la fight che cambia fra bad ending o meno. Oh, fuck. Ahem. Oh, ups, mi è crashato il gioco, ups. Che disdetta. Cazzo. No, no, devi portare... Per fare il good ending devi fare la fight nel parco. Alla parte del parco perché lì è dove c'è anche lo spirito del suo cane, vero? Me l'ero me l'ero dimenticata. Mi ero ricordato perfettamente come fare la fight, eccetto questa parte. Un attimo che risetto tutto. Sì, infatti, me l'ho dimenticato. Oh, aspetta, non mi dire che me l'ho dimenticato. Perfetto, ho dimenticato la telecamera. Non avevo manco salvato a quando ho pigliato la telecamera. Tanto, sì, sì, tanto si skippa tutto veloce. Salviamo. Ecco. Ah, che anticlimax che ho fottuto così male all'ultimo. Admittedly avrei dovuto pensarci che era questo, che era qui che cambiava se c'è il bad ending o meno. Mi fa ridere che c'è l'opzione Eater with the tape player. Allora, a mia discolpa, la scelta del luogo è abbastanza un po' una stronzatona. Un po' trial and error, e lo dico per giustificare me stesso. This is so you don't play that, Mark. Yes, that song was okay. A dog comes bounding over from somewhere, barking happily. Jen, is this where you've been? Come on, let's go. He's waiting. Vai a fare in culo, Uno si immaginerebbe non devi portarla nel luogo in cui si è ammazzata. Invece devi portarla nel luogo in cui si è ammazzata. There's a flash of light. A blink and the spirit is gone. Sì, perché la logica dovrebbe essere portala nel luogo in cui ci sono i resti del suo amato e del suo cane. È lo spirito del cane. I don't sense Anayome anymore. She's gone now, Anayome. Suzu is back to normal. I bet that Mark is gone. But mine is still bite on my arm. I guess Anayome didn't give me my mark after all. È ovvio se... Altri 2 capitoli, Ashiki. Then Anayome really was Seiko Segawa. What a sad, terrible fate turning into a ghost after she died. I feel sorry for her. This place isn't too far from where Seiko died. Maybe that's why. The instant Anayome vanished, I thought I caught a glimpse of her loyal dog. I hope her dog and the song her fiancé wrote for her help her be at peace in heaven. Should we head back? Yeah. Huh? The phone starts ringing out of nowhere. Don't stop. It's like it's waiting for someone to answer. What should I do? Pick it up. Hello? On the other end of the line is the gentle voice of a woman. I'm so very sorry for causing you so much trouble. Please excuse me. Colpa del cane. Was that a wrong number or something? I was a little panicked, but now I relax. I step out of the booth and get into the car with Suzu. Comunque sì, oh, ricordavo che durava poco. Welcome back, Mr. Yashiki. It's thanks to you that my mark is finally gone. Too bad I didn't get to do much. Infatti Eita è veramente inutile al cazzo. I've read a ton of comics about exorcism, so I thought I could help. Good job to you too, Suzu. Everything went okay. Oh, sto morendo. Yeah, it's all thanks to him. Oh, yeah? I bet you could have done a better job than him. Facciami il cazzo, porco Dio. Lord Yashiki, it appears that you overcame your fear and cleared away the grudge. Congratulations. Though it is unfortunate that your mark has not yet vanished. I've managed to defeat 3 spirits now, but my mark still hasn't disappeared. Minchia, Ita era veramente una Sì, era una donna per bene. Sì, Ita. Per il top di tutti gli abitanti di questa casa. Ah, tanto si lava i mi pare si lava i coglioni lui. Feels like the terrible fact might just freeze the blood in my veins. But I bow to fight against the mark. All I can do now is press forward. Mr. Yashiki, may I have a word? I looked through the other files in the garage after you left, and I found this. She hands over a file that says H-Shine Findings on the cover. Saya Kujo's signature is in the corner. The Kujo family's guardians were housed there, so it makes sense that it was here. Go on, read it. Most of it is about how H-Shine was built and its history. It lines up with what Mary told us. Everything that happened from the anti-Buddhist movement to now is in here. But it looks like even Saya didn't know who stole the statues 50 years ago. Some pages are about H-Shine's Goshintai, the item that houses the deity's spirit. The shrine has too, a mirror and a small Buddha statue called the Nenjibutsu. The Nenjibutsu should be in a brocade pouch, but I never saw anything like that at the shrine. I wonder where it ended up. The last few pages contain notes on an investigation to the stolen statues. It mentions a rumor that started circulating a few months ago. Keimi Yamachi North Road in H City. It's a backstreet that, due to the city's poor planning, is covered in manors. Because of that, people call it the Manor Road. On a moonless night, A young woman was walking down it on her way home from work. An old sign read, "Beware of strangers." Suddenly fearful, she attempted to hurry her steps down the dimly lit back street. But she couldn't take a step forward. A noise, something heavy being dragged, and then a figure was discernible from out of the darkness. It was a woman with disheveled hair, wearing a burnt white robe. She cradled a headless Buddha statue as if it were her own child. The shadows and hair hid most of the face, but she could see her bloodred lips twisted into a satisfied smile. Terrified by the eerie sight, she turned on her heel and ran away. Some distance away, she turned to look back. But the woman was gone. The statues were stolen 50 years ago, so it wasn't that woman, but I doubt it's as easy to find the headless Buddha statues. I'm sure she must know something. I asked Anayome where the statues stolen from H-Shine were. And now there's an unexpected lead. What a strange coincidence. If you can find those stolen statues and honor them at H-Shine, the divine wrath will be quelled and you might be freed from the mark. Another way that might possibly allow me to escape the mark. It's worth looking into at least. Oh, before I forget, you should take these two. Documents on the Asegawa case that we found after you left. Read through them if you want. It is almost done. We must end today's investigation. Please rest. Thank you very much, mister. Because of you, I think I'll get to go see my dad too. Need to go somewhere to see him? My mom and dad got divorced. Oh. Yeah. Mom decided that she wanted to become a nun. She started taking me to temples and a lot of sacred areas. Dad didn't like that and he started seeing some other lady. I understand, you don't have to say more. I guess Suzu's been embroiled in the world of adults for a while already. Maybe that's why she's so brave while being so young. I asked Mom to tell me where Dad is, but she wouldn't say. She told me he's bewitched by a demon and to forget him. So that's why I wanted to ask Anayome where Dad is. I see, I hope you get to go see him. Me too. Okay, good night. I'm really in your debt. It's thanks to you that Suzu was saved. Thanks so much. He seems more worried about her than himself. His appearance, personality and job will make him suspicious, but one thing is clear. I know she asked me to, but I was the one who brought her out there after all. So if something had happened to her, I just... Wow. Hey, are you alright? I'm so glad she's okay. Wow. The hot tears streaming down his face are those of relief, apparently. You should head to bed for today. I'm sure you're tired, right? Yeah, thanks. Good night. Wow. I'm heading to bed soon myself. My mark is finally gone. I think I'm going to sleep well tonight. There's no reason for you to stay any longer. You're right about that. I'll be leaving tomorrow. Sorry, but even 9 lives wouldn't be enough to survive staying here. You said it. But I'm grateful for all this too. Gave me time to rethink my life. Ironic, isn't it? If I hadn't been cursed by a spirit, I'd be in that forest right about now. Tasty smiles to survive. Well, I'm off to bed now. Good night. Now then, Lord Yashiki. Please find me when you're ready. Farewell. Oh boy. La verità di Anayome. Scusate se non leggo, però la mia gola mi sta uccidendo. Ho letto decisamente troppo ad alta voce e la gola mi sta ammazzando. Beh, beh, e questo... E questo è il terzo capitolino di Deathmark. Molto molto reading, molto la mia gola mi ha ucciso brutalmente, però è effettivamente durato poco come ricordavo. Vabbè, tanto ora mancano il quarto, il quinto, oddio, il quarto episodio, cioè il quarto, o meglio, il quarto capitolo, detto sinceramente, è quello di cui mi ricordo di meno. Mi ricordo proprio poco del quarto capitolo. Oddio, oddio, ricordo che... mi ricordo più o meno cosa dovevi fare per fare il good ending ed esorcizzare bene lo spirito, però non ricordo come si faceva e poi boh, il quinto mi pare fosse parecchio il quinto mi pare fosse parecchio lunghetto. Poi boh, il sesto, anche, boh, vero, poi ci sono pure i due DLC. Il sesto capitolo ricordo che pure quello durava abbastanza. Il primo DLC durava pure quello abbastanza. E boh, il secondo DLC non so veramente nulla. Quindi boh, potrebbero volerci. Cioè, potrebbero volerci potrebbero volerci fino a 4-5 episodi, dipende tutto da quanto ci vorrà per fare gli altri capitoli. Crudello, ma ci sta. Era molto crudo. Poi vedi NG e diventa uff. Sì. Poi devo rivedere. Vabbè, poi si era. Detto questo, oh, abbiamo finito pure abbastanza in tempo.